If you receive SSI, pay close attention to your bank account this week. On July 31st, you're going to see a deposit that looks like a bonus payment. It is not a bonus. It's your entire August payment arriving early, and it means there will be no SSI check in August at all. If you don't know this in advance, it is very easy to think your benefits got cut off. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why this happens, show you the full payment calendar for both SSI and regular Social Security this August, and tell you the 2 other times this exact same thing happens again before the end of the year. So even if this doesn't affect you today, stick around because it might affect you in a few months. Let's start with the basic rule. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, is normally paid on the first day of every month. That's different from regular Social Security retirement, survivor, or disability benefits, which follow a staggered schedule based on your birthday. SSI is simple, first of the month every month, except when the first of the month lands on a weekend or a federal holiday. When that happens, the Social Security Administration moves the payment earlier to the last business day before it, so you're not left waiting through the weekend for money you need. This year, August 1st, 2026 falls on a Saturday. So instead of waiting until August 1st, your SSI payment for August gets sent out on Friday, July 31st. That's the deposit you're going to see. It is the August payment. It is not an extra check, not a bonus, and not something on top of your regular benefit. It's simply your August money arriving one day early because of how the calendar falls this year. Here's why this trips people up every single time it happens. Because you already received a payment on July 1st for July, and now you're getting another payment on July 31st. It looks like you got 2 full months of benefits inside the same 31 days. It genuinely feels like a bonus. But when August rolls around and there's no new deposit on the 1st, that's when the confusion turns into panic. People call the SSA convinced their benefits were cut off, or that there's been some kind of error. There's no error. This is exactly how the system is designed to work. You just received August payment 31 days early instead of on the 1st. Now, this only affects SSI. If you receive regular Social Security retirement, survivor, or disability benefits, not SSI, your August payment schedule works completely differently, and you don't lose a month. Let me walk you through exactly what that looks like, because there's a decent chance both schedules apply to you if you receive more than one type of benefit. If you started receiving Social Security before May of 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI together, your regular Social Security payment for August goes out on August 3rd. For everyone else, the payment date depends on your birthday. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your August payment arrives on August 12th. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, it's August 19th. And if you were born after the 20th, your payment lands on August 26th. Those are all Wednesdays, and that schedule doesn't shift because of the SSI quirk. Regular Social Security benefits are paid every single month without exception, on their normal staggered dates. So to put it plainly, if you only receive SSI, you get paid July 1st, then again July 31st for August, and then nothing new until September 1st. If you receive regular Social Security, nothing about your schedule changes at all. And if you receive both, you'll see your SSI arrive July 1st and July 31st, plus your Social Security arrive on its normal date in early August. Now here's the myth I want to clear up, because I see this every time this calendar shift happens. The myth is, I got a double payment, so I must have gotten extra money this year. That's not true. You didn't receive extra money, you received the exact same 12 months of benefits you're always entitled to. The only thing that changed is the timing of one single payment, shifted a single day earlier because of when the calendar falls. Nothing was added and nothing was taken away. It just looks unusual because 2 payments landed inside the same calendar month. And one more thing worth knowing, this isn't a one-time quirk this year. Because of how the 2026 calendar falls, this same shift happens 2 more times before the new year starts. It already happened once in February when the March payment was paid early on February 27th because March 1st fell on a Sunday. It's happening again this week with the August payment. And it will happen one more time in November when the November payment gets paid early on October 30th because November 1st falls on a Sunday. So if you get confused again in November, you'll already know exactly what's going on because you saw this exact pattern in July. So here's what to actually do with this information right now. First, don't panic when you see that July 31st deposit. It's expected, it's correct, and it's simply August payment. Second, mark your calendar so you're not surprised when there's no new SSI deposit on August 1st. That's expected too. Third, if you also receive regular Social Security, remember that payment is completely separate and will still arrive on its normal date in August, whether that's the 3rd, the 12th, the 19th, or the 26th, depending on your situation. And fourth, if anything about your specific payment ever looks wrong to you, the amount is off, or a payment is missing that shouldn't be, that's when it's worth calling the SSA directly or checking your online account at ssa.gov rather than guessing. Quick honest note before we finish. I'm not a representative of the Social Security Administration, and payment dates and schedules can occasionally be updated by the agency. This video is general information based on the SSA's published 2026 payment calendar, not a substitute for checking your own account. If anything about your personal payment looks different from what I've described here, the most reliable place to confirm it is your My Social Security account at ssa.gov, or by calling the SSA directly. If this cleared up something that would have confused you in a few days, hit subscribe, because next month I'll be covering the inflation data that starts determining next year's COLA increase. That number gets released on August 12th, and it directly affects how much your check grows in 2027. And let me know in the comments. Has this July 31st payment ever caught you off guard before, or is this the first time you're hearing about it?